soft glow permeates the opulence of a grand ballroom. Laughter and clinking glasses offer a backdrop as a figure steps onto the stage, adorned in a suit that exudes wealth and craftsmanship. Director Vane, his voice warm yet practiced, gestures to the screens behind him, displaying heart-wrenching images of emaciated children and flattened landscapes. "Look at these faces," he pleads, his tone dripping with what appears to be sincere empathy. "Your donations tonight are the bridge between their despair and a new life. Together, we are the light in their darkness." The audience erupts in applause, basking in their collective virtue. Yet beneath this facade, an uncomfortable truth festers. Beneath the gleaming surface lies an intrigue that defies simple morality. The guests see Vane as a paragon of virtue, a savior cloaked in public esteem. They believe the mere presence of good intentions signals purity of action. But this gala is but a scene in the first act of a much darker play. The applause, the charity, the superficial goodwill, all a shell that obfuscates the chilling mechanics behind it all. In shadowy corners where the ballroom's warmth doesn't reach, another reality unfolds. The camera descends past lavish decorations to a cold, unfeeling basement. In this room, servers hum with the frenetic energy of clandestine transactions. Here, charity donations transform, not into bread or medicine, but into something far more insidious. The money, under the guise of mercy, cascades through a labyrinthine array of shell corporations, each layer further obscuring its origin, until truth is not just hidden but buried. The coins dropped into a donation box do not purchase comfort for the weak, but rather pay for the very weapons sowing chaos and despair, the enablers of continued dependency, and therefore continued fundraising. Director Vane moves seamlessly between worlds. Upstairs, he is the altruist champion of the downtrodden. Downstairs, he is all business, his voice now commanding and clinical. "Move 40 million to the manufacturing arm in the East," he orders, detached from the morality his public persona claims to uphold. "Increase the awareness budget by 10%. We need more eyes on the tragedy so we can harvest more capital." The very act of offering aid is a mechanism to secure perpetual profit. And yet, the illusion is magnificent in its construction. Vane's life, filled with the luxuries most people only dream of, seems incongruent with a narrative of self-sacrifice. Private jets fly him to exotic locales, sheets woven with gold thread soften his rest. The public adores him, never pausing to question how a man who claims to give entirely of himself lives like a king. It is a spectacle of the most sophisticated order, a thriving empire built on sympathy, extracted under false pretenses. From the shadows of this illusion steps Elias, an observer, perhaps a skeptic, who sees what others ignore. "They have made the lie so big that it has become the truth," he whispers. "People would rather believe the illusion than face the reality that their heroes are the architects of the very misery they claim to fight." Elias embodies the conscience unclouded, naming the obfuscation for what it is, a seamless confluence of deception and benevolent imagery. But even the most perfect illusion eventually meets a reckoning. A scene unfolds before our eyes. Flames, the blue fire, both metaphorical and transformative, lick at the edges of the ballroom. It's not pyres for the wood, but for the fantasy itself. Those screens, once emissaries of dire need, now project lavish bank statements and ominous contracts for weapons. The almighty truth sears away at pretense. As Elias steps forward, his voice pierces the concert of uncertainty. "Don't look at the check they sign. Look at the hand that signed it. Where did it get the ink? When you stop hearing the fairy tale of the good man, you finally see the machine for what it is." The essence of true charity, stripped of spectacle, cries out softly in its purity. It is a silent, direct exchange, untouched by the ego's performative need, a direct reflection of selfless humanity. But when charity morphs into grandiose displays of wealth and opulence, it's no longer rooted in need but in the cyclical ego of greed. The lifestyle of luxuries that charity leaders like Vane enjoy stands as irrefutable evidence of appropriation. The grand finale unfolds silently. As the buildings of illusion crumble, we return to fundamental questions. What do we owe the truth, and at what price action rooted in genuine moral clarity? As we exit this investigation, we ask, will we continue to champion illusions that comfort us, or dare we see truth for the trappings it discards? Carry the weight of awareness forward, Unmask the operation from the myth it crafts, reveal the amun of hidden motives. And as you reflect upon this complex narrative, consider subscribing, engaging further with our examination of the hidden truths that shape our world. In knowing, there lies potential for the beginning of change. Remember, our journey doesn't end here. The pursuit of truth is active and ongoing, inviting each one of us to question, engage, and transform. From the corridors of power to the pages of history, each decision made resonates beyond its moment, influencing generations to come. As citizens of a shared world, our choices shape the narrative we leave behind. We owe it not just to ourselves but to future generations to foster transparency and accountability. Only then can the shadows of deception fall away, ushering authenticity into the light.